Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna start. So I'm gonna look at some of the stocks that have already started creating those. They've created the 3 lower lows. So they started the pullback, and one of them is ADB, and the ADB is reporting earnings next week, Wednesday. So if you look at ADB, we were bullish, and then this is the pullback we were anticipating. And so far we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 days of pullback. Okay, so when it's pulling back, you're expecting the stock to create lower highs and lower low, then break the previous support to create a new support, like that, and this should go on up to 6 days, 3 to 6 days. So if you're not getting a bounce after 3 consecutive lower lows, then it means, like yesterday, we opened and broke the previous support. Okay. Apologize, Marie woke up earlier than her usual time. Okay. So when we are looking at this, then today or the next few days before earnings, we want to see if it will continue up to day 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to see if it will continue into day 6. So a stock has to open low, lower than the previous. If you go to a lower time frame, so this is when it hit 629. The next day it's a lower high, then went broke the previous support levels, then another lower high, then broke support. So we are looking today if the same trend will continue, it creating a lower high and then breaking this 591 support that was created yesterday. So that's what you're watching for, all the stocks that are pulling back, all these stocks. Now, when they're doing that, you have to have a target level. Let's say if you're using CPR. So if we're using CPR, it broke S1 here. And then if it doesn't go back to CPR, which is 612, if it doesn't go back to the previous lower high level is 615, the CPR is 612. If it doesn't go to 612, then expect continuation, and you're going to break this support. You're going to S2. Okay, so that's the trend. We are now going upstairs, and like the other time we were going upstairs, we are creating higher lows and higher highs. Now we are creating lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so ADB is there, and Meta already had so it had some consolidation here, then it broke the previous lower high support. Then here we can clearly see 1, 2, 3, 4 lower lows. But since this day, when it was consolidating, if you're adding all of them, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 days. And yesterday it had an inside bar. It created a higher low and a lower high. So this is a constriction. So Meta is a stock to watch. When a stock does this gap down and then it constricts, we know either it's a sign it wants to go back up, or it's a sign of it wants to continue down. So that's why I said watch Meta for today into Friday, because This, when a stock is expanding, and then constrict, creating this inside bar, is a sign of something is coming, is going to happen. Okay, so keep watch of it. Every time we have an inside bar, is a constriction. It means you need to look at it. Either it will continue lower. So we go to a lower time frame, it went to it went to 313. Okay, so we are watching. You guys remember the key level is usually 315. So from 315, if it doesn't stay above 315, we know Mera usually fills the gap from 315 to 305. So it broke 315. Whenever a stock breaks a key level, it's a sign of weakness. So if we don't get a good pullback, you're looking at puts, and it's going to break this support, 313, and it's going to go to 305 to fill that gap. Then we know from 305, we have this 297, 296, and then 279. The support it went to post-year in October. Okay, so those are the three key support levels. In this, if it stays above 315, excuse me, if it stays above 315, then we can look at it going back to 330. That's the gap it usually supposed to fill, 315 to 330. If it doesn't pull back, then you're looking at bearish continuation from 315 to 305, 305 to 296, 296 to 279, until we break this level or we are rejecting any of these levels. So any stock that has started pulling back, you're putting it on a watch now, because it will, if it breaks more than 6 days, it's no longer a pullback, it's a bearish trend. Okay, so we have that. Then we have Netflix. So Netflix has earnings in January, so we still have time to play it. Okay, so we had some consolidation here, and this is what I was asking you guys to watch out for. We wanted this consolidation, then you break the previous lower high level, which you broke here, then the next day is your entry. Okay, so we have, it has here 1, 2, 3, and it slightly broke yesterday, the support very slightly. So this we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 days, like also like Mera, we have 4 days of pullback. So we want to see if the pullback will continue day 5, day 6, or it will decide it wants to go back up. Because this one almost, if we go to a so this was the support. It slightly broke it. It had hit here 451, then 449. Now, when I talked about Netflix, so the key support for Netflix is 444. So the minute we break 444, it goes to 435, then 427, then 411. The support we were in when we were bearish. So if we're breaking below 444, we're watching for 435, 427, 411. Then 411 is supposed to go to 396. Okay, but if it stays above 464, then we are looking at it going back to the previous high levels. But for now, we have to break this to have a change of character. Okay, so we have to break above 481. Any level it pulls back to that is below 481, you're getting puts. Any level below 481, you're getting puts, especially 464 to 480, you're getting puts for continuation. Okay, so it's Wednesday. So mostly Wednesday, we look at tech stocks. PanW had put it as a top play yesterday, and we saw it started making this move. For PanW, It's still not, we had a doji on Monday, and then yesterday, this is a spinning top, so it's still not decided where it wants to go. So this is also a play to watch, because we are either gonna get a continuation or we're gonna get the pullback, okay? So we have two indecision candles here. So watch either for the third one, or it's gonna make its mind today, decide to pull back or continue up, okay? So if you're trading these pullbacks, please be cautious, because it might open to a falling knife. So this is what happens. Yes, if you didn't secure your profits here, you say, okay, I'm holding to tomorrow. Then what happens when the market opens? Instead of you having any money on your contracts, that contract starts with the like PanW opens dropping. Sometimes it's very hard even to take even the little money in your contract, because it's dropping so fast, you are not able to sell. So please, those people who are so fond, and that's why I said, let's focus on day trading. If you're swinging, please just know these are stocks that are still yet to make a decision, and they are due for a pullback. So if you're swinging anything, just know, have that in mind, and especially if you are holding weekly expiry. So because this, if it opens, it doesn't go to 297. So if it doesn't retest or break this previous support resistance, 297, then it might wake up to a falling knife and it's dropping. Okay? All these stocks that are you are looking here, indecision, don't be caught when the decision is made and the decision is for it to pull back and you're holding your calls. That's why I said this week I want us to focus on day trading and scalping, using what we learned yesterday, the previous day high and the previous day low. Okay, so we have PanW, those stocks that were trending last week because of earnings. We have Workday, the same thing. Okay, so we have indecision candles. So we don't know what decision is going to be made, and you don't want to be caught. This is where I say, don't trade, don't be holding calls for stocks that are consolidating or not yet made. They've not made a decision. They're not trending. They're trading in a range. They're so choppy, and you're holding your calls. Very risky, because we have been anticipating for these pullbacks. So you're not trading the stocks that are already showing signs of pullback, and you want to trade these ones that are yet to make a decision, guys. Please be diligent in picking your stocks. Okay, so this one, we are also watching for it. It has to break this previous high level, or it's gonna pull back. So we know it went to 274. Then we had a red day here, and then we had this is an indecision day, which we are seeing here yesterday. Okay, so the same thing for CRM, the same thing. All these, they are yet to make a decision. So just day trade them until a decision is made. The same thing, CRM. So we have CRM, Workday, CRM, Workday, CRM, Workday. ADSK also is in that list. So here we had 1, 2, 3, 4 days, but it was consolidating in those 4 days. Then it was going up 1, 2, 3, 4. It was actually 1, 2, 3. This was an inside bar, and we have another inside bar. Okay, so these are stocks too. If you're having any move on a lower time frame, please just scalp until we get a decision, because you don't want to trade this consolidation. You might be caught in the wrong trend. Okay, all these tech stocks, the ones that have not started pulling back, you will see indecision candles. Okay, so the ones we were timing for decisions like Mera, when the decision was made, you should have been playing puts. So this is an example. We had indecision for 3 days, actually 4, and then we broke support and then we went down. So please know when to, the same thing, PDD. So all these stocks you're watching them, the ones I mentioned, PDD, ADSK, Meta, all those, the ones that already pull back, like Meta, NVIDIA, and ADBE, Netflix, you're watching if we're gonna continue down. Otherwise, these other ones, we need a decision. The decision hasn't been made if they want to pull back or they want to continue up. PDD, somebody, you can list those stocks, the ones that already have a decision. We are watching to see if they'll continue down. It's Meta, Netflix, ADBE. Okay, so NVIDIA, we had it post-year. This one, it was consolidating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days until it made a decision. Like it was bouncing off the same support for 5 days, for 4 days, then it had a doji, and then finally we broke it. 1, 2, 3, and then we have an inside bar. So at least these are stocks that are pulled back. So today is important because we had this range and then we had an inside bar. So this is a constriction. Okay, we want to see, does it want to continue down or does it want now to pull back, to go back to retest these high levels? Okay, so for the same thing with into post-year, we still don't have a direction. So I usually tell you guys, post-year, you wanna time those stocks to get the ones that are giving you a direction post-year. We still don't have. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days of indecision. So all these stocks that are yet to decide, you're looking at them. This one had indecision, so this is an example. LRCX, a couple of days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 days of indecision. Then it broke this. Then yesterday, it created now the second lower low. Okay, so the stocks that have not decided, keep watch of them. The ones that have decided, like this one, you want to see if it's going to create a lower high. You're trading puts. Okay, another stock that has not been doing much since earnings, you know, a couple of months ago, or when, and net, nothing much since this earnings in October. Okay, look at this. And you love these stocks. These kind of stocks are the ones you love. The ones that are undecided after an earnings. If we count, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's neither breaking this consolidation down or the top of the bottom of the range or the top of the range. So for 19 days, it's not nothing. I know you guys have not heard anyone saying a net in all these days. So this is a stock to watch. Any stock that no decision has been made, you're looking at it. Because when the decision is made, you want to time the break of the range, then you're getting in the next day. Okay? Then we have MDB, which reported earnings. So this one is also going to be MDB is usually a good post-year. Every time MDB doesn't disappoint post-year. If it's going up, you'll have the continuation for a couple of days. Like here, it had indecision for all these days, then finally went up, pulled back 3 days, then continued up. So now it's been bearish since it hit 439. Then this was a pullback, lower high, came down, lower high, rejected this support, almost double bottom consolidation. Then it's been going up since November, beginning of November, all the way, like all these other stocks. So when you go to a lower time frame, we see it has broken this support. It's a rejection week at the bottom and at the top. So will it make a decision today with the rest of the tech stocks? If it's going down, then we are looking at it going to this 392. Okay. So it has rejected S1, almost touching it with this week, the 389. So post ER, you want to look, if it doesn't go back to 413, you're trading puts for continuation. 389, 358, and we know how MDB moves. So MDB is always good even the day after. Even if it's a pullback, it will give you at least 10 points before it decides where it wants to go. So this is a good play for today, please, post ER. And today is Wednesday, so we might have the tech stocks going maybe in one direction, okay? So we have the tech stocks. So NVIDIA, we've looked at NVIDIA. We've seen it already. It's not done the full. So this was consolidation because it didn't break. We can't count this as 3 consecutive lower lows. They were bouncing on the same support. Didn't break this level all this time. Then we had a doji here or a spinning top, and then 1, 2, 3. Then now we have an inside bar. So wanna see today, will it continue down for the fourth lower low, or is it going to go back up? So these two levels are important, 449 and these 472. Okay, SMCI. Okay, so this one had, when I was telling you, you guys were trading when it was indecisive, this is what I'm talking about. It wasn't making a decision until it broke this support. Then this would have been your cue to get puts. So it broke this support, created a lower high, then another lower high, barely going lower. If you see the week, the levels are very close to each other. Then it had an inside bar. So all these stocks, NVIDIA, the tech stocks that haven't made a decision, together with this semiconductor, we're looking at them because when you have a constriction, something is coming. Now, when you're seeing stocks with a either indecision or a constriction, when you go to Yahoo Finance and look at the volume, those are the days the volume will reduce. There's no way the volume will increase when a stock is having an inside bar. Okay, look at this. If you go look here, the volume was high because it was dropping. Then go look, most of these stocks that I'm talking about, look at the volume. Either the volume reduced slightly or the volume dropped by a big number. Any stock that has been making those indecision candles, because nobody wants to trade a stock that is neither, doesn't know where it's going, whether it's going up or down. And you will see most of the time the volume reduces. Now, any stock that the volume has reduced, especially by a huge number, these are the stocks to watch to trade the following day. Okay, so AVGO is reporting earnings tomorrow. Okay, so what we were anticipating for the 4 stocks, I don't know, there were 4 or 5. We had AVGO, we had Lulu, we had Coast, we had Amazon and Tesla. Tesla was not giving us the perfect setup. It was so choppy, but the 4 were Coast, AVGO, Amazon, and Lulu. The trend was for the strategy, because we were catching Coast and AVGO, those who are pre-ER, they were either going to run down to earnings or they were going to go up to ER. Okay, so we had AVGO that has been dropping. So we had this consolidation. So this is what you guys are watching for. Any stocks of those I've mentioned that they've not made a decision, you want to find one candle, that one candle that breaks that range, in that consolidation range. Then the next day, you're getting in with your puts. Now here, This is an example of what is happening to NVIDIA now. So NVIDIA, we had those going down, and then we had an inside bar, a barely green day, very constricted range. And then what happened, it was followed by continuation, broke this support, then another continuation, broke this support, then an inside bar, and then continuation to slightly break this support, or it's almost a double bottom. So please, those stocks you're watching up here, your timing either is going to break above the previous high to go higher, or it's breaking the bottom of the range, then you're getting in with the puts. Okay, we are not only, the way we were happy when we were trading calls, even here, we still had indecision. When the decision was made, we went up. So why are we missing this move down? Okay, many people, when I ask them and they're showing me, oh, they have calls. I'm like, that's why are we having calls? Even some stocks, they're not even trending. They're consolidating. They've not made a decision. We can't have stocks just going up. Okay, that's why we have levels. If a stock is rejecting a level, we can't force it and say, oh, I'm holding a call, it's supposed to go to this. No. A rejection is a communication to you that if you had calls get out, you should now be getting puts. Okay, so we have this AVGO, we have only tomorrow. I was looking at the contracts for the puts was still high and the calls was still high. So some of these, it's either we're gonna wait for post-year to get that IV crash, where like what we saw with NVIDIA, after earnings, all the contracts became so cheap, both puts and calls were crashed. Okay, because now I thought when we get this pullback, we'll have the puts or the calls, the calls being cheap, but still. Is anyone who's been looking? Kashiro, have you been looking at AVGO? Okay, the calls have gone down. So yesterday, so I'm seeing like a 980 call, but they have some small spread. The bid is 180 and the ask is 225. So the calls have dropped. The puts are the ones that are expensive for the, the fact that it's been dropping. Okay, so that was the strategy. We were to get a pullback and then go up. It's a gamble. So if we get, I'm hoping we get another downtrend today. So if you want to play this for earnings, no, it will be a gamble because puts are so expensive. You can't even if you go out of the money, the puts are expensive. Why? Because it's been dropping for all this number of days. We came from 990 all the way to it hit 906. So it has lost over 90 points because it had hit 1,000 here. So this was a good play if somebody had gotten the puts from the strategy we had talked about. It was either those 3-4 stocks, they were running up to earnings or they were going down. Okay, so AVGO was going down, costs. Cost is going, it's going up. And cost earnings, we still have time, is next week, Thursday. So we were watching cost to break 600, which it did, and it went to 608. So this was a lower high because our target level was 612. So we're still watching cost. So we said if a stock is reporting earnings, you're looking at the monthly CPR first. And we know it's not reporting this week. Now, if you look at cost, it has a narrow monthly CPR. So right now, this is the level to watch for. Not even the 612 is on a lower time frame, but this is the level to watch for, 624. So cost, we are having cost running up to ER. We still have, it's reporting next week. So cost was a run up to earnings. You'd be trading calls for cost, and you will be trading puts for AVGO. Then Lulu, it also has a narrow CPR, 416, 417. So we had this move. So we're still watching cost. Now, the secret of finding these moves for continuation or a pullback is the volume. So we had this stock going up from 427 to 467. If you go look, on those days, the volume was high. Now, these 2 days, go look at the volume. What has the volume been when you're having a stock? Okay, so we have it has 2 inside bars. So we had that range going up, then an inside bar, and then another inside bar. So if you look at the volume for these 2 days, you will see either those 2 days, the volume is reduced. Okay, if we are not pulling back, this is still a higher low. For us to know we are pulling back, it has to break 447. If it's still staying above 447, we have a chance to go higher to break this level. Then if you look at the CPR on the monthly, because our target is the monthly, because this stock is reporting earnings. The weekly, yes, but the monthly is our key CPR. And it has a bullish CPR, okay? It broke S1, sorry, R1. So now it's supposed to head to R2, which is 481. It hit 469. So this was a lower high. So we're still looking at Lulu. Okay, you want these stocks pre-ER to make you money. So you don't feel the need or the urge to gamble overnight, because it's making you money pre-ER, especially for those ones that we have a strategy for them, like Lulu, AVGO, and Co. So this one is running up to earnings. So there's a possibility either it can continue up, then pull back, but a pullback, we haven't had a pullback. Okay, the strategy was we needed a pullback for us to get a move higher. So if the pullback is not happening this number of days before earnings, then it means if it keeps going up, we might be trading puts for earnings. Okay, so Lulu, AVGO, cost. Oh, I looked at cost already. Amazon. Amazon had a good move yesterday, but still we are not breaking, we are consolidating. So these stocks that we are trading, even if they're giving us good moves, are for scalping. That's why I said this week, watch for scalping until these stocks make a decision. We have stocks that made decision last week. We still have so many stocks that have not made have not yet made a decision. Amazon is one of them. Okay, look at this consolidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So today is day 15. So watch it today. Yesterday, so it has also a narrow monthly CPR. So we had this move going up. It still rejected 150. Okay, if it stays above 140, then we have a chance to go to 150, probably continue up. This is a monthly. This is a monthly CPR, meaning you're watching these levels for the entire month. Okay, weekly is for the week, but monthly is for the entire month. So if you're seeing a stock with a narrow monthly CPR, it means a breakout is coming. or a breakdown. Either if above CPR, we are supposed to go to 150, 159. If below CPR, we're going to 130. So this is a stock to watch for the entire month, not just one day, entire month. It needs to break 150. Okay. So I had CRM was also in that same, we already looked at CRM. CRM was also in the same strategy. So we had CRM going up post-ER. Now this is, we've seen since 263, it's been pulling back. So if you're using this, you'd have seen it had a narrow CPR from first, that was Friday. It came back to R1. So it rejected R2, came back to R1. Now it's consolidating on this R1. So the way we talked about tech stocks, they've been trending up. We want a decision from them. These inside bars, we have two already. So it's either gonna break out, go above R1, 252, and break previous lower high level to go to R2, or it's going back to CPR. Okay. So we need these tech stocks to make a decision. ADSK, Anet, Workday, PDD, CRM. I hope you guys are writing down those names. Okay. MA, also look at it. So this one, as a broke, so we had consolidation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Then finally yesterday, it broke the range. It broke that range. So look at it today, and it has a narrow monthly CPR. So is it going back to 395, or is it going up? So it broke support. So we're looking, if it's pulling back, we're watching for 3 lower lows. If it breaks 3 lower lows, we're watching for it going for 6 days, because a pullback should last 3 to 6 days. So today, if it doesn't go back, it was supposed to go back to 418. Don't know if it hit 418. Yeah. This level, 418. So as long as it's rejecting, so this is the 418, the previous lower high, the support resistance, 418 from September. Okay, it came all the way down to 359. So from this support, stocks go back to where they came from. Where did it come from? 418. We needed it to have a change of character, break above 405. So you're riding it from 359 to 405. So it went from 359 post-ER. Post-ER, guys. It's been trending up all the way from 359 to 416. So look at MA. Is it going to break 416? But the goal is to retest and break 418. If it doesn't break 418, then you're looking for that pullback. It already had this pullback. It broke support. This move broke support. Okay. That's MA. All these stocks, what we are talking about, it's not just for today. It's for the next, until the end of the week, a decision has to be made. That's what I kept saying last week. For these stocks, a decision has to be made, and the decision was made, and those stocks dropped. Nvidia, Netflix, ADBE, Meta. Okay, so these are the ones we still want them to make a decision. What was the stock? I want to look at GS also. Okay, so don't force trades. Just wait. There is nothing wrong with waiting. That's why I said let's focus on those day scalping, those opportunities we are scalping. So GS has a narrow monthly CPR. So this is a stock we are watching for the entire month. Something has to happen, especially because it's been ranging. Look at this. So it had this range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 9th day, it broke. So this is what you're watching on the multiple of 3. If you're counting on your day chart and you're seeing consolidation 6, on the 6th day, 7th day, watch. If it breaks out of this range, which is what we got, the next day you're trading calls. So it went from 338 on Thursday. Okay, so it broke out of that range. It broke this range. That's what you're watching for. A day where it breaks the range. After the pullback, you're getting a call. This move, you'll have caught it. So it went from 338 or 340 to 350. So this moves just by watching this daily chart. Okay, you want, and you have a whole day to prepare yourself, because this is the day it broke this range. The next day you're getting in, it went up all the way to 350. Okay, you're just waiting, timing that. That's why I'm saying don't trade, not unless it's a good stock with a good ATR. You can trade those range. But if it's a stock not giving you a good range, just wait. It will show you. Stocks don't just run up. They give you warning. So this was a warning. I broke this. I'm going up. So it went up. It didn't last more. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it only went up 4 days. Then we had it breaking this support. So we're also watching the same thing with MA. It broke that support. So are we going to continue down? If it's going down, is it going back to CPR? 323 is a key level. You guys remember 323? If it doesn't go to 323, this is S1. No, R1. So it broke R1, 323, or it's going back up. If it's going back up, 365, above 344, 365. So GS, JPM, JPM, MA and V, AXP, all those are the same. JPM, look, oh, it's been beautiful. It's more beautiful than, that's why you look at all these stocks, you can't treat them the same. We had all these other tech stocks dropping, pulling back, and then we had these other ones still holding strong. Look at this JPM and GS, it's the same sector, but look at this. So this went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 18. Okay, then 2 days indecision. So these are the indecision you're looking for. Then it decided I'm going up. So the day, even if you missed this day, this was an indication it wants to go up. The next day is your entry. So it went from 153 to 158. Not a bad move. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days. So look at it today, the day 6. Okay, AXP, all these American Express, the same as MA and V. So this one has broken support. Okay, so you're looking at it. It had a good move, very beautiful post-ER. Look at this post-ER. All these, if you count 18 days or 21 days, going up post-ER. That's why I insist on post-ER, guys. Yeah, this is a day you might miss this move, but you have a whole 21 days you're trading the same stock, riding it up. So it has broken support. Look at it today. Is it going to break this 166 to go lower, or does it want to go up? AXP, MA, those are the financials. MA, V. I'm usually biased. I don't like V, but sometimes it moves good. I just prefer MA. Now you see I prefer GS, and then JPM was having a better move. So this one the same. All these stocks are the same. They've broken support. So we're looking at today, are they going to break this support to create the second lower low and the third lower low, or do they want to go back up? Okay, look at this post-ER. It went from 227 to 257, 30 points. You guys, you have stress over one day, instead of playing these stocks post year for days, this one day you put all your effort, you put money there, you want to gamble, but where I insist is the post year. Just a few days to identify the trend. When the trend is identified, go in, buy time. It is going back to where it came from if it's bullish, or going back to where it came from if it's bearish. All those stocks, MA, V, XP, all those were post year. Okay. So MS also, I know this is a small, anytime you're seeing I'm putting MS in my watch list, also look at these other financial stocks. So this one, not as beautiful as the others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then pullback. 1, 2, 3, 4, pullback. 1, 2, 3, 4. So look at it, the same. So this entire sector is the same thing. GS, V, JPM, MA, AXP, MS, C, DFS. Okay, post ER. Okay, continue down. Identify the trend post ER, went up, pull back, higher low for days. All these. Okay, this stock was up there. It was just brought down like it was nothing. Almost, I was scared it's gonna be a penny stock. 122 to 79. So will it go back to 122? So look, that entire sector, the same charts, the charts are identical. Okay, the same with the tech stocks, the charts are identical. The other ones that pulled back, Netflix, Meta, we are looking, they all had inside days. So today is an important day. After 2 days of indecision or 3 days of indecision. Okay, so UNH, we still don't have a good, oh my God. But it gave us a good move. Oh my goodness. So watch it if it's gonna go back to 556. So this move, there are people who caught this move, then it pulled back from 556 to 543, rejected the CPR level. It has a wide CPR, but look at the gap from 537 all the way to 560. So any stock with a wide CPR, and this CPR is bullish, much as it's consolidating. Yeah, so this one was narrow. It was low, 491. It went higher and higher. It's just being stubborn, but this stock is supposed to go up. Ah, my goodness. Okay, so it's in our 5K play. It's supposed to go up. I've just been telling you guys, watch UNH, LMT. That consolidation makes it even juicier and juicier. So if you're looking at any stock with a wide CPR, look at the range. It's usually a very big, wide range from 537 to 560, 560 to 580, 580 to 608. So if this whole month, this stock decides it's going to go up, those are the range it's going to fill. So we're not just looking at UNH this week. We are just observing it because, I mean, we've been patient. Oy. It's post-year, but it has taken 2 months, no decision. But you guys remember, AVGO was the same way in May. It was just the same pattern looking like this. I told you guys, AVGO and UNH, the same pattern. It was just not doing anything for like 2 months, 3 months. And then finally we got a breakout. And it's been since then non-stop. Since May, it's still non-stop. So this UNH, don't take your eyes off it. We'll look at it every day until it gives us the move we want. okay? Not unless it wants to wait until it has earnings in January. So we want that move before earnings. I like when we are catching these moves before ER because you can monitor that stock, be pre and continuation post ER. Okay. Tesla. Ugh, sorry. I wish you guys, I don't know if there's anyone who used to trade Tesla before it split. This never used to happen. Such things. No. Ugh, thank goodness. But it was a good scalp yesterday. Both ways. So this, the one we talked about, okay. So it took time, and I alerted you guys, it's approaching previous day high. Okay, it took time, but it was going up. Always, if you're trading Tesla, these levels are not going to change. This year, 10 years from now, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 247. We have to stay above that 247 for I don't know how many days. Because so from this, you're getting calls to 247. You're breaking 337. If it's above 337, 247. 247, it usually supposed to fill a gap to 265. But we have this 253. There is a pain level. But the day it will break out is going to be gone. It's just that I can't do anything about stocks consolidating. I can't do anything. But if it's a stock with a good range, you can trade it. I can't do anything. This just makes it juicier and juicier. I don't know if there's such a word, but it's making it juicier and juicier because the minute it makes a decision, it's either gonna be a breakout or a breakout or a breakdown. Okay. But the good thing with Tesla, you can trade those ranges. We know it fills those gaps to the key levels, 237, 247, 253, 265. Okay. So that PDL really worked well. I only got feedback from 3 people yesterday. I don't know if there's anyone who used this yesterday. So it rejected our 247. You're riding it back down to 239, and it went to that 239 and even broke it. So these puts were still paying well. Those were 6, 9 points. So you rode it up, and then that's what I said about this strategy. You are riding it up. If it's not, you must have key levels. If it's not touching your key level, let's look at the monthly. So it has a narrow CPR. So Tesla, something is supposed to happen this month. Has a narrow monthly CPR. And it has a narrow weekly CPR. Okay. So if it's not going to 252, that's a lower high, you're riding it back to CPR. Or if you're using the PDL or the PDH, it rejected a key level. A key level is 247. If there's anyone in this Discord that doesn't know Tesla 247, it's a problem. It's been rejecting this level, I don't know for how long. So from 247, you're riding it back to 237. It hit 237. Look at this. So you went up, you're riding it back down to 237. Very simple plays. You rode it up with calls, puts became so cheap, Lotto, you're riding it back down. Okay, any stock that is trading in a range, they're the best. If they respect levels, and cost is one, Tesla is another one, ADB, Meta, Netflix, all those stocks. Okay. Yes, I don't know if it has made a decision. Guys, I can't make these stocks move the way you guys want, the way you guys love them. I wish I could, but I can't. What happened? Ish, what happened? So this one rejected the previous day low. So this is a good thing. If a stock is rejecting the previous day low, then it means it's creating a higher low. Like here, rejected one, like had a double bottom. So rejecting the previous day low is a good sign. This stock wants to go up. Rejecting the previous day high, that's why you have to keep watching this thing, whatever stock you're trading. You can catch some that they've not touched this previous day low or previous day high. Then you're getting this move for power hour. Okay, so after you've done all those other ones that have touched or not, later come and look at the ones that have not touched any, either the high or the low. You can find a play here like this ZS yesterday, and it looks like it's going up. So on the daily, indecisions. There's nothing I can do for stocks did not decided. So we just count the days. We know it's indecision 3 days, 6 days, 9 days. So this one, it hit this high, then inside bar, then 1, 2, 3. So look at it. We still don't have a confirmed trend post-ER. Such stocks are the ones also you're monitoring the volume every day, because you want to catch that move. When the volume, if you go look, the volume was high, probably still high, but go look at the volume from Friday, Monday, and yesterday. Okay, if the volume has reduced, this means this is gonna be a good play. Okay, lastly, I'm gonna look at SPY. Indecision, guys, I can't do anything about this. We have to make a decision. We know it hit 459. We have a doji, we have a spinning top, we had another doji here, we have all these indecision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days of indecision. So when the decision is made, we don't want to miss. And we know it has a narrow monthly. So here it has a medium CPR weekly. But it has a narrow monthly CPR. So it's already consolidating on R1. So this is a good sign. Look at this. If it's going up, we're going to 279, the previous high level, the previous all-time high level, or we're going back to 438, which is a key level. Now, look at the CPR for the monthly. What do we call this? It's consolidating. So you want a CPR that is clear going up or it's clear going down. So here we were up, then we came down, and now we have come to the same level. So this is consolidating. So it means we might have some consolidation the entire month. We might not get a breakout compared to the ones that are having a bullish CPR or a bearish CPR. So the same thing, I think so with the QQQ. This one almost made a decision here. So we had, look at these 3 days, then up, then it broke support, then it came to double bottom. And this was telling you already from it just breaking this consolidation support, it was telling you it's going to be trading downwards. So it broke support. This, we have our second lower low, and then an inside bar. Ah, my God. Hi, somebody has to make a decision. Maybe we need Komu no, what is his name? Powell, Mr. Powell. Today, I don't know if today there's a minute reading or they're going to say anything. So maybe today we might be given a decision by these people. So we had it going down, of course, because of all semiconductors that were dropping, NVIDIA, VGO, so it was doing the same thing. That was Monday. So it went from 390. So how do you know? You would have known from this day, Thursday, that is going to go down. So you are waiting for lower high, get puts. The minute it breaks here, please guys, be looking on those daily charts. They are communicating to you. We had these 3 days, then it went up, double, slightly breaking it, double top, then it broke this consolidation level. Then it came to this same double bottom. The next day, lower high, it's going down. Yesterday, inside bar, spinning top. So we're looking at it today. It has a weekly, so it has a monthly narrow CPR, the same thing. Okay. And we see this one already can be a good play. Why? It is above previous day high. So even without waiting for me, QQQ is already a good play for our strategy. It's above the previous day high. R1. So we rejected R1 here from beginning of the month. This is December 1st, Friday. We still didn't hit 393. We came here. We still are looking today. Are we going to hit R1? After R1, we have 414. The previous high level, 408. All-time high, 408 that we need to retest. Compared to SPY, this one, I don't know if it's the same consolidating. Yeah, it's the same. This was down. This came down. This was up, came down, this is up. So this is the CPR is consolidating, but it's above this one. So we are looking at it going up, but the CPR is consolidating. That's why we've not been seeing so much action after it hit 390 the entire month of November. Okay. Any questions? No one is talking today. Okay, Dawn. Sign us off.
Hey guys, let's make this money today.
Let's make this money. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.